Oh man! All right, we're back. Call number 47. Carlos got me cracking up. I guess I'm cracking up myself because he came in hot. I don't know what he was watching. It sounded like he had Telemundo on. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. But that's where I watch my Premier League soccer when it comes on. So it was the first thing that came to my mind. But tonight, listen, special show. I mean, I usually don't do this. We did 2 shows on the same day. We had the Thompsons on earlier, and then I had to have my boy Jacob on. It's Q4. It is prime time right now, and I've been in the streets and I've been using SourceStart as I've been talking about getting more products on Walmart. You know, there is another app that is the app that most people talk about, and it never really felt right to me. And then I happened to meet this guy at Sellers United, and he's got an app. And so I said, hey, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to source a little bit. I really like what the product looks like. Picked it up, got the subscription, used it a couple times last week. And I was like, we got to get this guy on the call to let the community know about the new app and the new opportunities to utilize something that just to me feels good. Now, I haven't been around long, so I'm not the expert, but I've been talking to a couple of people and they like the product. So we brought in the co-founder of SourceStart, co-founder, and he's going to talk to us about what I call the best new app in the sourcing landscape, SourceStart. So here he is. Introduce yourself. Give the people a little bit of background on who you are and kind of how you got here.
Yeah, guys, what's going on? Jacob. Been in a call before, so I'm gonna make this brief. But yeah, I kind of dove into really e-commerce about over 4.5 years ago. Started with eBay, moved into Amazon, and then moved into Amazon wholesale and Walmart. And I think that when I was selling on Walmart, I started about 2 years ago. I wasn't using the best software, and I was like, wow, this sucks. I can't find anything out that's good about the products, any good data. And I was like, okay, I need something that's better. Like I can't do this. And then I kind of had a good conversation with a friend. We were just catching up. He's a really crazy developer, super smart guy. And he's a really close friend of mine. And he was like, Jacob, we should do this and build it together. And I was like, wow, I mean, all right, let's do it. It made sense. And now 10 months later, it's live. It's been live for half a year. And I love it. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a big journey. I learned so much. I think like when it comes to business, you got to take risk. You got to play. You got to kind of, don't mean to be vulgar, but you got to put your balls on the table. And that's really what business is about. Nobody got rich and wealthy by playing it safe. Nobody changed the life of the people around them playing it safe. So I think that if you want to change the world, you got to do something big. And I did the software, and I'm really excited to do a future project. I like have a great idea. I know what I want to do next. I learned a lot. And yeah, SourceStart's still going strong. Made a lot of updates. The app was like the biggest one. We're going to be putting more stuff going soon, including bookmarking feature, history feature, and like a back feature. We need to like put a little back feature. And then eventually we're gonna have like a new sourcing method. That'll be the goal. And then along with a bunch of other minor detail fixes. And then, yep, thank you, Amanda, for saying it's fast. It's fast. I love that. That's the most important thing that we strive for. And yeah, I mean, we just want to touch it up and make it look good and feel good for everybody. And I'm really happy about it. I think it turned out really well, and it's going to continue to go in the right direction. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a little bit of a background, but I want to definitely get into a couple things and talk about some really fun, exciting things that's going on right now.
Perfect. So I talk to a lot of new people, a lot of beginners in the Amazon space. And, you know, as you think about it, Walmart isn't brand new, but it's really, really new to most people. And so they're either, you know, starting to get their feet wet, thinking about getting on the platform, or they really don't know much about it. Now, you're on Amazon, you understand there are a couple of really important apps that do a really great job, Seller Amp and Keepa. That's the space, right? And on a Walmart side, it's just not as developed, and there isn't, obviously the data from Walmart isn't great, but also I would say that the apps available aren't great. Like, talk to me a little bit, or talk to us a little bit about how you see the landscape, right? Obviously you felt like there was a gap in the market, but what made you say that this was necessary? Like, why do we need SourceStart?
Yeah, I mean, definitely need it. Like, so the thing about when it comes to the software space for Walmart and all these other tools out there, Walmart's API is very, very tough. It's not as easy. If I were to start an Amazon source software, the same thing I did on Walmart, but I just decided to do it in Amazon. Now, obviously, I have the business in mind and saw the potential there. But like, if I were to do it with Amazon, it'd be like really, really like top notch. But the Walmart side of things, as for the data analytics, very tough to gather all the data. Almost dang near impossible. I know a repricer tool, like they're trying to get into it for Walmart, and they're like, yeah, like this just sucks. We can't do a lot with this at all, just because of how hard it is. So, yeah, it's definitely tricky, but luckily we have a lot of stuff in place, a lot of mechanisms, a lot of little intricate details that needed to be there. Obviously talked to Walmart many times, worked stuff out with them, access to APIs, everything like that. And yeah, it's like, I think it was definitely needed. The ones that were there, because it was even earlier, was like really inaccurate, and like we're probably the most accurate by far. So it's just about spreading it as well and making sure that everybody's happy whenever they give feedback.
Now, so when you download the app, can you talk a little bit about the experience? Like, what are you going to get? What are the types of data that you can expect to see? What can a person look forward to once they get to SourceStart?
Yeah, once they get everything that you can't see on Walmart's front end, right? So on the back end, you're seeing estimated sales, profit calculation, sellers insights, data analytics, diversity in the buy box, pricing trends, historical offer count, a bunch of Amazon data, a bunch of features that are just super helpful. You can do storefront stalking, reverse sourcing off of other websites. Now with the mobile app, you can actually scan the barcode scanner in store. You can add it right to your catalog at the Walmart store. You can add to a Google Sheet, share it with the team. The goal is just like, obviously, if people find it useful, then like amazing. Like, and then obviously we're gathering more and more data, and then it's just getting refined over time. That's kind of like what's going on with SourceStart inside of it. And like I said, there's going to be like the best thing that's going to be coming along the way, besides bookmarking and historical like features where you can go back to see what you previously just looked at, would be like a new sourcing method where it's like compares the price of any product on the internet to like, and it'll be within SourceStart. So it's like this Yeti water bottle can be bought everywhere, and it's just right on SourceStart. So instead of it being like you have to go and find it, it's just like right within it. And it's like, okay, here's that Yeti thing on 10 different websites, and here's where it's the cheapest. Integrate with a repricer. I'm not too sure. I mean, I've talked to a couple. I mean, we talked to the other guys. We never talked about it actually, to integrate them together and what that would look like exactly.
Hey Amanda, can you you can elaborate there? Like, I'm trying to think of like what the integration would be like. And I know you don't have a mic, so we can wait. While she does that, she mentioned the feature. It's like I'm like brand new. Like, I just got it. I didn't even realize there was an extension. I just thought it was an app. So I just added it to Chrome just now. So I'm like a super newbie. So it's awesome that we're having this call. But you can add to catalog in the app.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. You can add it right.
You're saying it like, yeah, it's no big deal. I'm like, I was like brand new. It's amazing news to me. So I'm super excited about that. He's like, yeah, that's a basic feature. But so we got Amanda, who's apparently an ambassador. Like she must be on the team. She's got all the features.
Yeah.
She's asking all the good questions. I can't even remember at this point. I haven't. Yeah, see, I don't know, because I mean that's a good question, because I don't know how any other kind of sourcing apps integrate with. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't. I mean, if you think about it, just let us know, Amanda, because I didn't know that. I don't even know if they do integrate that way, or I can't imagine how they would. But anyway, so that's actually that's great news. And then so you're talking about the roadmap with the bookmarks and the history, and the back button. So what does that look like? So I mean, you guys are a brand new organization, so lots going on, scaling up quick, trying to be first to market with a lot of things. How are things going from that perspective? Like what can people expect? Like how are updates rolling out? Is that quarterly, monthly?
Oh, as soon as possible. I mean, like right now, like it's just super expensive. So like we have like right now we're in a phase where we want to see like kickback from everything that's going on, how it is. The platform of Walmart, what I've noticed lately is that it's like getting somewhat better for people. And like what I've realized is that like margin's really good. Like obviously I saw on the platform too. So I want to like touch upon this. Like what I've kind of noticed is that I can work with my distributors, and because the game's always changing now, so it's like when something is like gated for everybody and then I submit the forms to get ungated, now I'm one of two people selling this product and I'm getting like a bunch of buy box. So like what I like about Walmart is like they do Walmart ads. So if I like crazy margin on a product, I can optimize my ads, and because I'm utilizing Walmart in the marketplace, if I can optimize it, I can like get extremely good ROAS on products. And it's actually crazy. So like if I can like optimize a ad listing and I'm like seeing it within like utilizing Walmart's big name and everything like that, I can actually like perform really strongly on products that like I'm on. So like for example, let's say it's a product nobody can sell it. I applied, I'm in, and now I'm like the only seller on that product, which is like a lot of products that I have a lot of products like that actually like kill it. I know one guy who's like literally just sold 50K of one brand last month, and he's one of two sellers selling the brand. Like he actually like made 50K, and his ROI is like 95%, like almost 100% basically ROI off of 50K inventory for one brand. That's one singular brand. So like it's really actually like once you like dive into that and you like figure out that niche, like you can make stupid money. It's just like finding that one. You're like, oh my god, okay, great. I finally can sell it because I got like went back and forth with Walmart and they approved you for that brand. And then now you're like one of two or three or whatever. Now you run advertisement on it because your ROI is really good. You can put the price like further up than you ever had it before. And now it's like, holy crap. Now you're like making, like you're taking advantage of the fact that like you can do it and nobody else can. Yeah, actually, Amanda, like the ads are fire. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, if you actually like really, if you you take your best 3 products and you're like, okay, so I make really good ROI on this, but I can always buy more and more and more of this product right here. Figure out the ads on it. You can figure out like internet ads within Walmart. They give you like a bunch of different options. And when you like master the advertisement game, it's not like Amazon at all. It's not like PPC at all. It's different. They give you like 4 different categories, and you can figure out which one is the best for you and like what runs the best. And then they give you a whole like thing. Like, remember when Walmart was really trying to push ads for everybody? They're giving like all these incentives away, like thousands of dollars. So like, if you can figure that out, like it's because it's cracked. Like they actually have it really good. So if you figure that out with like the things that have really good ROI and you figure out a really good ROAS, you just can keep throwing ads. And it's like double, tripling, like or quadrupling your sales for those particular products.
Now, oh, go ahead.
But yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention, I have like a really cool announcement. I just posted it, but I kept it on the hush. I kept it on the download.
What do we got?
So about what's today now? About 2.5 weeks ago, I got a DM from the one and only Will Rivera
Oh wow, okay.
for Source Dart. Through Source Dart. Amanda, you definitely know who that is too, I assume. And then we were texting all in a group chat, you know, and then the next thing you know, we're hopping on a couple phone calls. And then he's like, yeah, you guys, he was like, we have to record this, and this. I can either come there, you guys come here. I was like, we can just do the whole thing in Miami. In 24 hours, like we were already in Miami. And we went there and we recorded a whole thing for Will and like hung out with him, like went to dinner a couple times, went to his house, you know, went to the gym together, went to a cigar lounge. Super sick. Like I'll show you some. I'm actually like I'll show you right here. So, okay. So like this was me in the studio, like recording we're recording the video for him.
Damn.
Yeah. And then like here's us at his house. Like he's like showing us his office and stuff.
Yeah, that spot looks crazy.
Yeah, that's just his office, right? And it's like it was so high up, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my God, I need to get down.
What was the context for the outreach again? I might have missed that. Like
Walmart. It's for Walmart. He's pushing Walmart now.
Damn.
He switched all his ads over to Walmart and like we're building it. So like yeah, it's actually insane. What else do I got here? This is his car, the Revolto. And then like here's us. So it's sick. But yeah, it's gonna change. Like it's gonna be big. So yeah, we didn't even talk about it, but like he's running his first webinar tonight.
Oh, really? Okay.
Will Rivera, Amanda. You know Will, right? Right, Omar?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was super sick. At the gym. It was awesome. So yeah, it was really cool. So I just posted this, like, and he's talking about Source Dart and saying how it's the best tool.
Damn.
I just posted that on the gram.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, big things are coming. So if we think about, so I mean, I think with all of the apps, right? No matter how good they are, you know, the data is always the thing, right? It's like when you're on the site. I mean, obviously you're a seller, so you have a really great perspective, right? You're not just like banging out software. You're not some engineer in a basement somewhere just like dropping code, right? You're the person who, you know, the app is marketed towards, and so you have a really great perspective as you think about rolling it out. Like, how do you think about your app, you know, when we think about data, right? Like, 'cause we know none of it's going to be perfect, right? So even we're talking about like Walmart or Amazon, even their data is dirty, right? But like, how comfortable do you feel about where you guys are at with the data you're able to pull, you know, your connections to the API with Walmart, you know, like, how do you feel? Like, where do you feel you are right now today?
So like the thing with the API and everything like that, like everybody has an equal playing field to who can get accessibility to it. And if it wasn't, like it would be a lawsuit, right? So like if Walmart gives it to one person, they have to give it to all. So like everyone's technically on an equal playing field, but it's what we can gather from our own data points from what we've been collecting for over a year, like over almost 2 years. It's through our data points that like Walmart doesn't have access to. Like literally, like we're talking to my developer friend and he's like, we were gonna work on partner connecting and stuff. And he's like, they gave us like the basic like trial stuff of it. And he was like looking at it, he was like, our stuff's literally better than Walmart's. So like it's kind of crazy because like they don't have it all together. And like because like my developer who like, you know, I obviously trust, he's my friend, he's like saying that like our data is literally better than theirs. It's just like it shows you like how low of a bar their data is like in certain aspects, you know, which like sucks because it can't be perfect for anybody. Like it literally can't. So it's unfortunate, but like we've made it like the best it has ever been, and it's only gonna keep getting refined over and over to where it's gonna be hard for anybody to really like keep up with us if they haven't already like been collecting data like we have for a long time. I mean, in my opinion, like ours is the best data. So, from what I see and like everybody in comparison too. So I like it a lot. I mean, I want to keep making it good and better and where everyone thinks it's the best. And, that's all I can say,
Yeah, no, and I mean, again, like being a super newbie to the field, as far as Walmart is concerned, I've tried the competitors, and it just feels like it's an unfinished product.
Mm.
And I mean, I know UI is just UI, right? It doesn't help you from a productivity perspective, but I think there's a lot to a really good user interface and usability, and you guys blow your competitors out of the water from that perspective. And then we get past that and we get into the data, which is clearly the most important. And it seems like it's leaps and bounds above, right? So I went outsourcing. I was telling you a little bit earlier before we started, I was outsourcing with my boy, and I was like, oh, I don't have, I have the other app, but I don't have a subscription. So I'm like, all right, let me pick up SourceDart. we need to get the right tools here. And he's telling me about sourcing on Walmart, and it's cool. He knows what he's doing. He's making money or whatever, but there's a lot more guesstimates. Like, let me backdoor this way. Let me look at reviews. Let me figure out this. Like, let me go onto Amazon and see how it's doing on Amazon. If it's doing good on Amazon, it's probably going to do good here, right? And he's really just using that tool as like a profit calculator, right? And so that's why I'm asking, because it's like, to me, it feels like leaps and bounds above what's already existing, and they already have a head start. And it just feels weird. So I'm just trying to, calibrate with you. Like, am I seeing the right thing? Because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm new.
I mean, yeah, like the most important tool that I like to look at is estimated sales. Obviously, that's always an estimate. But then always going, like, you're literally doing yourself a favor looking into the more research and understanding it. So it's like, if you're looking at first of all, the historical seller count and the pricing trends 100% accurate. Ours is 100% accurate. If someone's pricing trend's not like similar to ours, they're off. So like I'm very, like, I know for a fact those are like 100% locked down. So like when you look at that and you're seeing like changes in it, you're gonna know that that it sells, right? Because like if it went from 8 to 4 sellers to 7 to 2 to like 8 again, like you're like, okay, wait, if all these sellers are hopping on and off, it's selling like this. And then also, like, if you go to stock count for sellers and you see this person has 30, this person has 50, that person has 100, that person has 200, 35, 5, 150, like, that with all those stock counts, that like they're buying a lot of it for a reason. They're very confident that all of those units will sell. So like all those data points, like, yeah, the estimated sales, like, it's never going to be perfect. That's why any software always calls it estimated sales, not sales. It's always an estimate. But like, you take that info, you take the historical seller count, you take the stock count of all these sellers, you take the fact that there's diversity in the buy box and all that data, and you're like, okay, I would have bought 5 just to test it out, but with all this data, if Jacob's telling me that's 100% accurate, then like, I know I can buy all 20 of these, and then I'm not going to kick myself in the butt for only buying 5, right? So I like, right now, the game of Walmart is actually very interesting to me and enticing to me. I'm going deeper into Walmart and products versus my Amazon right now. So like right now, I just did like a lot of buying for Amazon, but I plan on buying more for Walmart only simply because the ROI is higher. And I think I can turn over my capital better, and I want to diversify more. So I'm simply going to be purchasing more into Walmart now, like in the next time I purchase inventory.
And from your, I mean, when you talk about the higher ROI, is that because of the lower selling fees, incentives, or what is that you kind of attribute those higher ROIs to?
Some brands that you can't sell on Amazon, like, like if you're a new seller and like you literally can't sell so many different things on Amazon, and now it's all hard gated, and now it's like 250 invoice. Walmart's game is like submit your invoice, complain over and over and over again until you get the right rep that approves you for the brand. And now it's like you're in, and now you're you're competing at a much higher pricing. And your ROI is just better. I've tended to notice that when it comes to retail arbitrage, like, and I haven't been in the trenches with real retail arbitrage in a long time. But like when it comes to Walmart, I always knew there was an opportunity with Walmart and retail arbitrage, way greater so than Amazon, because of the fact that you can actually get ungated from so many different listings. You just have to try with Walmart and like actually get approval. And then boom, now you're selling all these things. Now you have 5 different products that it's like, okay, these are the best ones I want to buy every time I go to the store. I could try to figure out everything else and like maybe I'm gonna find some wins. But it's like when you get an alert that like the products, this is a crazy sale and you need to go to all the different ones. You need to go to all the different locations. You're only looking for 2 to 3 different ones because you're confident that those are going to do well. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
Right. And this is a question that just popped into my head. So it's hilarious because I'm just now figuring out there's a Chrome app. But do you feel like the tool is, you know, more suited towards OA or RA, or it works well for either, you know, application?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's equally as important. I think a lot of people told us they're not going to get it until the mobile app comes out. I think with Walmart, a lot of people do retail arbitrage. Over more so people do more so online arbitrage when it comes to Amazon. But I think it's both equally as important. I mean, if you're on your computer and you're like working on Amazon, you got to see all the stuff for Amazon, like the profit calculator. So I think like having the usability of both was key for us to make sure that we have the mobile app to actually compete with the other competitors to have that mobile app. And yeah, like the UI is definitely like super important. Like that's the #1 compliment we always get, that it's great. And yeah, like the UI, like the point you made earlier, it's not going to actually help the actual thing, but guess what? It's going to make you, the vessel to your business, a lot happier and a lot more. You're not going to feel as brain fogged. Like if you can operate yourself at more hours and more efficiency is important too. Because if I can get 2 times more work than someone else does a day, then I'm going to crush it, even if I'm just as smart, even if we're both equally smart, because I'm just simply putting in more hours. So consistency, like as long as you're actually doing your thing, and I think that like SourceStar definitely gives the keys to the buyers. I mean, I'm just hoping that they allow more sellers in from a software's perspective, but from a seller's perspective, I'm eating that up. I'm like, wow, they're not even letting new people in all the time. With Will's thing, I think they're gonna let a lot more people are gonna start coming in. I think there's just a big opportunity to make money right now with Walmart, to be honest. I'm pretty bullish on it right now. I think we got past all the worst stuff with Walmart from where I'm standing.
Meaning like restrictions, or what are you talking about?
Restrictions and stuff. I think they had to put that huge wave on it because of the fact that there was a lot of government pressure for all fraudulent things and a lot of things on their legal team, and they had to like really stop a bunch of things. But I don't see them, like, they don't want to make it unhealthy platform because they are a publicly traded company, and if they see that and their quarterly earnings are down, they're gonna tank. So like they have to keep it high. They know the sellers is a lot of money. They're hiring a lot of ex higher ups in Amazon over to Walmart to implement the same things. They know that third-party sellers is a big part of actual Amazon. I think that Walmart's becoming very brand centric, where they're pushing, like, what I like to watch when it comes to businesses and how they're operating and what their next MOs are. It's like, what are the, like, this sounds funny, but like it's genuinely like, what are they pushing on social media? So like, for example, the Walmart sellers page on Instagram, they didn't post on that thing in like months, like 4 months, when they used to post like every 3 times a week when they were really trying to push sellers. They just posted like for the first time in like a while. I think I don't know if they posted twice, but like they're trying to get sellers onto the platform and sell like brands, their own brands that they're selling. That's why they were really trying to push ads, but they're opening that up to all the sellers more so. Like they're still pushing the same objective, which is get more sellers onto the platform.
Yeah, you know, that actually makes sense because to your point, I just recently saw something on Walmart sellers and I just thought it was something normal because they post it all the time. But you're saying that they've been dormant for a while, which makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I think they see the opportunity to try and catch up to Amazon. I think they obviously cut a lot of corners to catch up, letting people on, really light on the compliance, and the counterfeits and the fraudulent stuff is going to catch up to you, and they had to reset and recalibrate. And it seemed like people went nuts. Even on Amazon, they were doing looked like they were getting rid of some duplicate listings and restricting some stuff, because you have to do resets, but it's not the end of the world. And it's the weak at heart that they always fall out, and people who have more stomach, they're there and they see the opportunity. And so it sounds like you do the same thing.
There's way too many people that I know that are making way more than 6 figures on Walmart that are like absolutely crushing it. That same 6 figures on Amazon versus that same 6 figures on Walmart is not the same. I can tell you that like straight up. Like, if someone's at 100,000 sales on Amazon versus 100,000 sales on Walmart, I know that person on Walmart probably made like pretty much double what they did on Amazon. I'm very impressed when I see someone with 100% on Walmart, because not everybody's pushing that MO. But like, I know that it's very feasible for people if you do it the right way. Like I said, right now, I think the game is like, the game's always changing. For my ideal, like how I'm operating my business, from what's been going on lately, I think I've diversified between Walmart and Amazon, transitioning more into specialized products from distributors onto Walmart that are really high ROI. So I think like ROI is everything. Net margin is everything really, but ROI is important for product buying. And when it comes to Walmart, since it's less fees overall, like when you break down Amazon, you're looking at 100%, like 100K. Let's just break down 100K, right? 1/3 is going to be like, let's just say it's 100% ROI. 1/3 is profit. 1/3 goes to Amazon. 1/3 goes to your cost. Now, if you break that up for Walmart, it's going to be 100% ROI. The 33 for this. Well, it's actually because the fees are way less. It's automatically already 40 to over 40K. So it's just a much better profitable game, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I see, it's just, the conversations that I have with Walmart sellers, super bullish. It's just like, it's just so much easier to operate. The profits are better. The opportunities are better. The lack of gating for the majority of stuff just gives you just a great kind of outlook to make money, not only just in Q4, but for the long term, because we're talking about early days, and we're here at the beginning of times really for Walmart. So it seems like a great opportunity, and you can't take advantage of a great opportunity without a great tool set. And I feel like this is from my early kind of review, and it's hilarious. Like I feel completely unprepared now, because I didn't realize it was a Chrome app. Which is stupid, because like, why wouldn't there be a Chrome app? But I just like, when we were talking about the app so much, like, oh, it's coming, blah blah blah. And I was just like, I didn't even consider it. So I see you have a walkthrough here, so I just saved that to my watch list. I'm gonna check that out, see what I'm missing, see what the opportunities are. And I'm just really excited about it, because I think Walmart, like you said, is a great opportunity, and now having this great tool, it's going to give me the ability to really go ahead and attack, because we've been doing a lot of RA over the last couple of weeks, and I've only dipped my toe, and I sent my first 5 boxes into Walmart last week, so I'm excited to really get into the game, and I think that this is going to help me a lot.
100%. And like I said, like the strategy that I mentioned, Musa, welcome, by the way. I think if I said your name correctly. But like the strategy that I mentioned, like, when, like you said, you're doing RA, like I said, I think find the brands that you want to get ungated from, focus on the high ROI. If you can drive ads to it, it might cut down your ROI slightly. You're going to get a really big ad boost from Walmart that are giving away, like, I don't know if they're still giving it away, but they gave me 2,500 in free ads, which like, it's a lot. Like that, literally, like if you can translate that right into like your best selling product that like you have so much stock of, you basically just gave yourself a free $2,500. So like I would really focus on take my high ROI products that I might be one of 2 sellers on. Obviously, make sure I have the buy box. Figure out the ads with the highest ROAS, like return on ad spend, and dive into that. And then it's like, boom, you're running up like the same consistent products like that. You're like, wow, my ROI is great. I'm selling them like hotcakes, and you're like, holy crap, I just changed that. Like, so like it can be, it's a really big thing. Honestly.
Yeah, I got it in my notes with an asterisk next to it, Walmart ads, because I do
check it out.
PPC ads on Amazon, but you're like, they have different categories and different approaches. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even know anything about this. So, you know, this is why I like to do these calls. Like the calls are for the community, right? So, you know, people who show up, they can, and then we put them on demand and we'll clip them up so people can catch them in bite-sized pieces. And that's cool. Like that is the main thing. Like I started this earlier in the summer, and this is year 47, and it was just a 7-day challenge just to see if I could find some people to source with. But the community was just like, hey, like these calls are great. And then what we did is we expanded from sourcing into pieces of the community that made sense, right? So how to network with your store managers, you know, how to ungate. We have a masterclass in ungating. You know, I started, like Amanda came on and Andrew, and I wanted people to understand the kind of approach to, you know, thinking about quitting your job and going full time. Mm-hmm. So we try and hit all the nuances, and, you know, obviously tool set is critical right now. I guess we technically had a tool set with, you know, we had a gift card guy come on, my guy Taylor from Arbitrage card, but no tools yet. And I think this is critical. I was actually thinking about bringing on Dylan from Aura for like a one-on-one for repricing. But, you know, this is at the foundation of whether or not you're going to be able to win in this game. Are you sourcing the right products? 100%. Do you have the right data to allow you to do that? And, you know, like you said, estimated sales, because I don't even know how much I trust. Like, I think the best estimated sales on Amazon is from Amazon when the listing actually says it sells 1,000 in a month or 50 in a month or whatever. But I don't trust that 100% because Amazon wouldn't trust it 100%. So it's never going to be perfect. But all that other stuff you're talking about, you're at 100% confidence on. Yes. I love that, because those are going to be high predictive indicators of whether this stuff is selling, right? And so it's just wonderful. So, I mean, I don't, that's really for me. I think you really dove into everything I was looking to hit. Is there anything else that, you know, you think would be critical for people to know about the product, about what's coming down the road? I know that I'm excited about the stuff you were talking about with the bookmarks history, and then also the new sourcing method, which is going to be absolutely nuts. Probably have to have you come back on and do maybe like I'd also do like one-on-ones for like master classes and stuff like that. So maybe we could do a one-on-one for the new sourcing method, because I think that's, you know, pretty game changing. That'd
be sick. Yeah, I think that will be. So like, yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, like I said, yeah, those points are 100% accurate. I think that, like I said, the smartest thing you can do in business is diversify, not have all of your eggs in one basket. That's simply why. But I just think that right now, like for me in my personal business, I like to share what I'm doing. I really think like diversifying. I'm going more into Walmart right now. I think there's an opening right now when you can get ungated from certain brands that you're one of a few sellers, 100%. And yeah. I mean, Omar, I mean, that, you know, always great to be here. You have the best backgrounds every time. So, you know, I'm good, man. I mean, I really appreciate it. And yeah, that would be a great next time.
No, I love it. And we'll do it again. But listen, Jacob, you know, for me, like the people, like I said, I do this for the community, but I selfishly do it for myself. And so the people that I invite on are people I truly like. Even if you were like Michael Jordan, like if I don't like you, I'm not trying to bring you on. I want to talk to people who I believe are good people and are doing things for the community that makes sense and that can help us. And so I truly appreciate you coming here, breaking some news, showing us some exclusive stuff. You know, next time, give me a call. I'll hop on that flight because I gotta get myself in one of them supercars. But
dude, yeah, it was wow. I like honestly, it's insane. I've seen his ads for years. And like to be there, like hanging out with him and like kicking it with him, like what the hell? Like super
Game
sick.
changer.
Yeah, he's changed a lot of people. Like I know so many people that like started because of him. Like I think like part of the reason why I started was because I saw his stuff, which kind of my friends were talking about, and didn't necessarily join his group, but started it because of it. So it's just like he's changed, like especially because I'm 22. Like the people of my age group, like Will was responsible for making like e-commerce cool. You know what I mean? So like it's just funny. Like it just like all life's just a crazy game. It really is, and like
yeah,
I love it. So I'm really appreciative for you as well. Like thank you. So anytime.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming out. We have another call coming up on Friday. We're gonna do a Ask Me Anything about Amazon Influencer Program. And then next week, we got my boy Anish. He went straight to the league, skipped college, and went straight to the game. He was like, he started selling in high school and was like, screw college. And he basically he started traveling the world before he had a license, man. So he's got a great story, 7-figure seller. And look for that next week. And we'll be back, and we will bring Jacob back to talk about those new features for sure. All right, guys. Catch you later.
Set Omar. Peace.